knows nothing, can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
Good tidings, everybody, and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast. This is episode number 31, which, if you know me at all, you know 31 is my favorite number in the whole world, and I like to go on that roulette table, and I like to stack big stacks on that 31 and have it hit. You know what I'm saying? Get lots of monies. M-U-N-N-I-E-S. Or is it Y-S?
What?
In Kingdom Hearts, is it M-U-N-I-E-S? M-U-N-N-I-E-S or M-U-N-N-Y-S?
No, it's IES.
It's IES? Okay. Anyway, I'm here with Jason, my brother, who's here every week with me on the Ansem Report podcast.
Hello.
This is a very popular podcast.
It's basically my show.
You're listening to a very popular podcast right now. If you weren't aware, this is
big time.
This is a big time podcast. We're 1,135th in gaming on Apple Podcasts.
Only gone down 100 since last week.
In America. Hold on. Maybe I got that number wrong. Here's our weekly update.
Hey, just like every other news outlet.
We went down 35 spots. We were 1,093.
Okay.
We went up 2 spots in Norway. We're 991st.
Shout outs to the Norway homies.
Yeah, shout out to Norway. Norway's a big fan base in Norway. We were 989th in Malaysia, which is where we were last week. We stayed.
Wow.
We stayed consistent.
Wow.
And oh, no, I'm sorry. We're 989th in the leisure section of Malaysia. So we cracked a different chart. And in the in the video game section of Malaysia podcast.
Can you get any of these stats right the first time, please? I can't follow.
Okay. So in Malaysia, we're on 2 different charts in Malaysia because we're fucking huge in Malaysia is what I'm saying.
Oh, duh.
On the leisure charts, we're 989th. And on the video game charts, we're 375th.
Damn.
So shout out to Malaysia. Shout out to my Malaysian homies. Also, Bolivia. I'm not sure what happened in Bolivia, but we are no longer charted.
Dude.
We were on the charts last week, and we're not. We were on the arts and entertainment and the games chart in Bolivia, and now we're
gone.
We're gone.
We're deleted.
So I got to tell you, Bolivia, I'm a little disappointed. So if you're listening from Bolivia right now, maybe grab that's great, but maybe grab someone near you and say, "Hey, listen to this podcast on your own phone separately."
Yeah.
Don't listen to me with a.
If you're listening to it with somebody else, fuck that.
2 people in a room listening at the same time does not help us. Okay, at least download it. Downloading counts.
Oh,
so
downloading
even
counts?
if you're not going to listen, just a download.
Just hit that download button. You can cancel it.
yeah, you can delete it later. You just got you could download it and then delete it. And I don't know how it works. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
but you at least download it if you're not going to listen.
Please,
just But anyway, yeah. So that's where we're charting right now.
Okay.
And that's great.
Wow.
So figured we'd share that news with you guys. Secondly, there's some other little, we any kind of granule of news here on the Ansem Report podcast
that we can squeeze out.
We like to have, and we like to just choke it to
savor.
death. Or savor, yes, that's way more positive. We like to, you take
really
a drink of it and
savor
you put it in your mouth and you swish it around a little bit, Make sure you cover all your teeth in the sugary poison and then gulp it down. That's what we like to do here at the Ansem Report podcast.
I don't even gulp it down. I just put my head up.
And you just let it slowly trickle down your throat?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So, first of all, Funko Pop. You know I'm a big fan of Funko Pops. I have quite a few Funko Pops here.
He's got like 100.
I have...
Actually.
I have BoJack Horseman and Todd. And then Mr. Peanut Butter, who fell down. He's behind Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, Dr. Ian Malcolm, with his shirt open. It's a classic Funko Pop. I got...
this is great audio content.
I got Johnny Karate, Austin Powers, Burt Macklin FBI, Deadpool, Batman, Star-Lord, Groot, The New Day, Chris Jericho with his list, Broken Matt Hardy, Kevin Owens... Oh,
dude, don't jack my chair.
Sorry, I couldn't see Jeff Hardy. And then up top, I got Goofy Donald, Sora, Riku, Halloween Sora, and regular Sora. I already said Sora. I said Short Shorts. And a Heartless. I got a little Heartless boy somewhere up there. So I got quite a few Funko Pops. But Funko just announced Oh, and Lucio's down there, and I have like the character from Assassin's Creed, like what was
Random spinoff.
what was the one that came out after Black Flag? That was all buggy.
Oh, Unity.
What's the one after that? Syndicate.
I think
that's the character from Syndicate. I got it in a loot crate when we subscribed to Loot Crate and did unboxings, which I think they went out of business actually.
Loot Crate.
Loot Crate did, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember reading that recently. Comment below if Loot Crate went out of business. But so I have that, and I was like, what do I even do with this? I don't even play those games anymore. But anyway, Funko Pop has announced a third wave of Kingdom Hearts Funko Pops, and you're gonna like these ones.
All right, hit me.
There's Sora with the ultimate weapon.
Ooh.
Very, very classy, very good. There's Kairi with a Papu fruit in hand in her KH3 garb, her pink hood.
Without a bite in it.
I can't comment on that. I don't have the picture in front of me.
Well, actually, if it was in her hand,
Aqua.
it's probably got a bite.
Aqua.
Ooh.
KH3 Aqua.
Ooh.
Lee.
Ooh.
And then Kairi with Keyblade. And Dark Aqua. So
that's a strange assortment.
it is. Lee is Hot Topic exclusive.
Oh, of course.
Of course he is. Dark Aqua's like, I think they said, I don't remember what the box lunch or some. Hold on.
Box lunch. That's like when I was like in first grade, and it was the first time I ever had to bring in a lunch box.
I don't know what box lunch is, but she's box lunch exclusive, so I don't know what the deal with that is.
It's like, Mom, I gotta bring in a box lunch.
And then
You
Kyrie
mean a lunch
with
box? No, a box lunch.
box lunch. And then Kyrie with her Keyblade is like a Funko exclusive. I don't know what that means either.
Probably
So,
like their website.
I don't know. I really want Dark Aqua and Lee, but I refuse to step into a Hot Topic or a box lunch, whatever a box
So
lunch
I'm
is.
gonna have to.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to go get them.
Okay, I'll paint my middle or my ring finger black,
Yes,
and I'll walk in.
You belong in a Hot Topic. I pre-ordered the other 3 though already,
Oh my gosh.
and I might have pre-ordered a couple extra. Maybe we'll have a little giveaway action where we give them away or
Oh.
something. And I'm just
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna make them do backflips and stuff.
Oh, I am gonna make them do that too. Absolutely.
Watch this.
Watch this. Whew. So yeah, they come out in September, I believe. I'm doing really good reporting right now.
Yeah. Dude, they look dope.
November. They come out in November. So be on the lookout for that. If you like Funko Pops, check those out. The next bit of
Dude, this is so scuffed. This is your episode. This is episode 31. This is scuffed as fuck.
yeah, I know. I said episode 31 is my favorite number, or 31 is my favorite number. It remains to be seen if this is going to be my favorite episode. I'm thinking no. So, Jason, have you ever heard of the Key Bearers Alliance?
No.
Neither had I. And basically, this is a group of people, and they used to be called the Disneyland Departure Experiment or something like that. Basically, they're Kingdom Hearts fans that would meet at Disneyland
Oh.
in like cosplay and have like a day where they spend time at Disneyland.
Oh.
For some reason, they stopped doing that, and now they gather in a Holiday Inn and have like a
Oh.
day.
I mean, I guess it makes more sense. It's like Disneyland is like,
It's expensive,
yeah.
and there's not really like a meeting place.
Right, right.
So now what they do is they have this event every year now. Will be the 6th annual meeting.
Wow.
And they get together and they cosplay and they I don't know what they do, but they get together and it's a meetup and it sounds fun, right?
Okay.
So here, I'm gonna read what it says on their Eventbrite event. You know what Eventbrite is?
No.
Eventbrite is like like Facebook.
I don't go out for events.
But you know how like
I stay in my house and I play Kingdom Hearts.
But you know how you can like set up an event on Facebook?
Yeah.
It's basically that, but outside of Facebook.
Oh.
Okay, so hello, Key Bearers. Join us as we have our official 6th gathering by bringing Kingdom Hearts fans together for a day of fun with activities, special guest voice actors, raffles, trivia, and more. Bring your best Kingdom Hearts / Disney / Final Fantasy cosplay and have fun with us and your fellow Kingdom Hearts fans. We do have to charge a small fee of $5 for attending the event due to the cost of room, prizes, equipment, supplies, and any special guests that may be in attendance. We hope you understand. Thank you for all your continued support in our gatherings, and we hope to see you in September. If you're bringing kids, you don't have to worry about getting a ticket. So kids are free.
Oh. It's like I just bring a kid with me and I get in free too.
No. Well, I guess that's not what they say. You bring a kid and you get free admission. That sounds weird. If it's like that.
There's some ulterior motives here.
No, don't say that. They're probably not really nice people. Anyway, there's if you're interested in attending this event, it's Saturday, September 14th. So that's coming up pretty quick in Fullerton, California. And
right down the road from us.
This isn't like news per se, right? Like this isn't like not everybody's talking about this, right? It looks like according to the picture they have of last year, it looks like about 100-ish people.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Here's the question I'm posing. Should we attend?
That's so far away.
Should we attend? Is the
That's
question.
literally so far away.
Yeah, it's a $300 plane flight. Round trip.
Oh.
I mean, why not, right? We'll wear our cloaks.
Oh, good
we'll get
God,
stopped
no.
by airport security in our cloaks.
We'll wear our cloaks, have them be burned into our skin so we can't take them off anymore.
I'm sure it's air conditioned in that. Look, there's a guy dressed like Axel.
If you step outside, you'll die.
We won't step outside. Maybe we'll go to Disneyland too.
Oh, for some reason, I was thinking you meant the one in Florida. And I was like,
That's Disney World. It's a world in Florida. It's a land in California.
yeah, I don't know those things.
Well, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
That's how you remember it.
I'm already forgot.
Anyway,
I'm already
if you think we should go to this gathering, you tell us in the comments and in the Discord. Maybe give me $10. And then I'll think about going.
Give me $10, dude, at least.
Just give me $10.
I just want one water to drink on the airplane.
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, if that's an event you're interested in, it sounds cool. Go check it out. I think it's maybe we should start our own meetup.
That's what I thought you were gonna say originally, and then you're like, maybe we should go. I was like,
Well, okay.
wait,
Here was my thought process on that. We go to their meetup and we see how
steal everybody.
Well, and we see how they do it, and then we go, let's not do anything like that. Let's do it way better. We're gonna meet in a Hilton, not a Holiday Inn.
We're gonna meet in our basement.
No, we won't. There's not enough room in here. You and I barely fit.
Right.
We're touching, and we don't want to right now.
Okay, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
Small.
No, that's a lie. Anyway, so
Although I can't stand up
like
fully
I
straight.
said, it's a little slower of a news week, so that's all I got news-wise. However, before we take a break, Jason, I have something fun to talk about.
Oh.
Shout out to Holly in our Discord, who recommended that I start reading, or you, but I took it upon myself.
I can't read. Way to let everybody
because
know.
Jason can't read. Start reading Kingdom Hearts manga and talking about the differances between the story in the game and the story in the manga.
Nice.
So I got the book today, and I started reading, and I got through episode 9.
Okay.
This is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Volume 1.
Oh,
and
nice.
so there's the Final Mix. It was originally translated by a different company into 4 volumes. Final Mix is translated by a different company, and it's the same book, but it's 2 volumes per volume. So there's only 2 volumes of Kingdom Hearts 1. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So I
That's
bought 2
volume 1?
books instead of 4 books.
Okay.
And I bought the second translation, not the original translation.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because the company that did the original translation, I had to read about all this. I said, hey, where should I start? And they were just like, Volume 1. And then I was like, wait a minute.
There's two
Volume
volume
1s. So I had to read into this. But basically, the first company...
Because it can't be simple with Kingdom Hearts.
No, of course. The first company, in the middle of doing Kingdom Hearts 2, they lost the rights to translate it in America.
Oh.
So this company didn't. So I decided I want to keep it, consistent.
Right.
So I haven't bought any of the Kingdom Hearts 2 mangas yet. I just started with 1, And then I bought Chain of Memories because I was like, that's 3 books. We'll see where it goes from there.
Right.
Anyway, I read.
You don't want to buy like 10 books and then not touch a single one.
Right. I read through episode 9. They're called episodes. They're very short. They're very short episodes, and obviously it's a manga. I've never read manga before. I've never.
It's dope.
Yeah, I like it so far. It's like Japanese comic books.
Pokemon manga.
Have you?
It's dope.
Yeah. I do like a lot of the art. I do wish at times it was in color, but I understand that's not what it is.
Right.
So, basically, what I read would lead you from the beginning of the game to Wonderland.
Ugh.
To the beginning of Wonderland. They just fell in Wonderland.
Okay, so you haven't.
So I haven't, and I decided to stop there because I was like, I hate Wonderland. But there's a couple things I want to mention.
Okay.
It's all pretty similar. There's some things they kind of gloss over and they don't make as important, or like they don't draw it out.
Yeah.
And then there's some things they make more important than they should be. First, they one thing is they show Riku's house. They show him standing on his balcony, and Riku's parents have got to have some dollars.
Oh yeah.
Because he looks a lot more well off than Sora's house. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's got like he's out on like a balcony of like a mansion is what it looks like.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I was showing you and I forgot we were doing a podcast. So yeah, he's got like this really nice balcony. They do the fights interesting where like he fights the dark side and like he like plans of attack of hitting it in the face. And they like he talks about like, oh, your face is wide open, and then he hits it in the weak spot and kills it in one hit kind of thing.
Okay.
Which is cool because you can't really do like a video game fight in a comic book form or a manga form.
Yeah.
Anyway, Goofy. I almost said Goofy licks him, and I meant Pluto.
Goofy does lick him.
Yeah. But they
He
hit a
likes
lot
him
of the same
very
story
much.
beats. Like, for example, Sora falls through the ground at Destiny Islands, and then it cuts to Goofy going, gosh, the stars keep going out. You know, so it's just like in one. Right?
Okay.
However, when Sora first gets to Traverse Town, in Kingdom Hearts 1, there's just like some random like NPC that like dies in front of you in his heart.
Yeah.
They do this weird thing in this one where Sora's walking around the town and he says, what a weird town. And then there's a woman and she has like a, it looks like she's smoking a cigarette, but she has it in like a holder, you know?
Oh, she's fancy.
Right, so she's fancy and she says, hi there, little man, first time in Traverse Town. And he's like looks at her and
Like sexually.
she touches his face.
Okay.
And goes, why don't you let Big Sis here show you around? And then there's a little heart after the question mark.
Okay.
Like in the type. And Sora's like, no thanks. And she's like, oh, he, don't be shy. It's not that. And then a armored Heartless, you know, like the little knight one. Soldier. Comes out of nowhere and fucking murders her and takes her heart. And like has her heart in his hand.
Oh my god.
Like here, I'll show. If I can get the picture on the podcast, I will. Oh, but he just fucking murders her. So first of all, this woman was hitting on a like 12-year-old boy. Okay, like she might have been a hooker. I don't know. Like I got the vibe that she was hooking. And then a Heartless comes and takes her heart out of her chest. And Sora's just kind of like, she's disappearing.
That's his reaction.
And he goes, it's those creatures from the island. So then the next weird part comes in.
Watches a murder and just doesn't even blink his eyes.
So then he sprints into a building and it's Sid's shop. And Sid says to him, you don't look like a customer, so get out. And then Sid realizes there's Heartless outside. And he pulls out what's called a Sid. It's labeled as Sid Cannon. And he opens the door, and it's a fucking flamethrower. And he yells, you're bad for business, creeps. And, like, flamethrowers all the Heartless.
Oh, what the hell?
So, a little different. And then he gives Sora a half-eaten bun.
Nice.
Like a Japanese, like, bun.
Yeah.
And then, like, Sora's so happy. And then he walks outside and Leon knocks him out. So then that was the biggest difference I noticed in the book, where there was this weird,
the
like,
lady just gets
older lady
murdered.
who wanted to bang Sora and then gets murdered because she was obviously a pedophile and deserved it.
Right.
And then Sid with his flamethrower. So then Donald and Goofy and Sora meet up like normal, and they fight the
armor.
What's the name of it? Is it just Heartless Armor?
Power armor.
They fight the power armor, and they go, "We'll back you up. Let's fight."
It might be guard armor.
Guard armor. That's
and then
it.
I think it's called power armor when it's like the second time you fight it.
Yeah, I think it's guard armor. Anyway, it shows a bunch of like action frames of them fighting this thing, and one is completely unrealistic because it's Donald holding his staff out and yelling "Cure." Donald would never cure you.
He would never cure you.
Fight. Sorry.
Unrealistic.
Sorry, super unrealistic.
This is not canon.
No. And there was one more thing I feel like. Oh, one thing that triggered me. They get on the ship and they kind of show the interior of the gummy ship, which is cool. And it looks kind of like, you know, that building in Traverse Town, the clock tower building where it's like all those gears working and all that.
In Traverse Town?
Yeah, Traverse Town. What did I say?
No, I just wasn't sure.
It's like above the Dalmatian house.
Okay, yeah.
It's like kind of cartoony looking and
Yeah.
like there's gears. That's what the gummy ship kind of looks like. But this part that triggered me, they meet Chip and Dale. And then there's this frame that they don't reference again. At least that I've seen. Welcome aboard. I'm Jiminy Cricket, captain of this ship.
Triggered. I knew it was going to be Jiminy.
And he's wearing like a Captain Hook-esque or a Musketeer-esque outfit. And then Donald's just like, everybody ready, fasten your seatbelts. So is Jiminy the captain of the gummy ship?
He's the one who flies it.
If Jiminy's the captain of I thought he just wrote in the journal. What do you mean he's the captain of the gummy ship? That's absolute horse shit.
They'll probably reference it again and you'll get triggered again.
If they do, well, I was told, this is a spoiler, but I was in the Discord, I was told that, I believe it was Holly that said this, that
Jiminy dies, thank
Jiminy
God.
actually takes down Luke's sword in the manga by out gambling him.
No,
yes, that's what.
You're
that's what
lying.
You want me to pull it up in the Discord?
You're lying. She's lying then.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak to that.
Jiminy takes down Luke's sword by out gambling him. When you know damn well he's counting cards.
Yeah, it was Holly. She says, since you guys were picking on Jiminy so much, I just want to mention that in the KH2 manga, Jiminy actually takes on Luxord in the world that never was. And Blue Kingdom replied, does he keep jumping from one shoulder to another, shouting in his ear, forget about the small fry, until he forgets his own name, Luxord or Luxord? And Holly says, I wish, but it's kind of better. He reveals he has a gambling addiction and out-gambles him. Wild.
So Pinocchio's conscious has a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why do you think Pinocchio is such a bumbling idiot? Well, that I guess that's all I have to say about the manga this week. I'll read more for next week. I'm trying to pace myself and not blast through it all, you know?
Gotta just milk it for content.
Well, no.
I'm kidding.
I read the 9 episodes and I had a hard time remembering what I would like in my head was like, oh, I got to mention this. I got to mention this. I got to mention this. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do too much at a time because then I'll forget it. Before we take a break though, we actually got some breaking Discord stuff.
Breaking.
Just came up and I said, you know what? Let's just talk about it right now. My mustache is pretty unruly right now. And I have one hair that just keeps going right in my nostril and tickling
I hate that.
Oh my God, it's the worst. It's spelled Xhawns. Sans. I'm guessing it's Sean, but with an X, and that's their nobody name.
Oh.
Yeah. Does anyone think suddenly saying "May your heart be your guiding key" is like everyone remembering Sora after Naminé pieced his memory back? Point 2 kind of kills this with Mickey saying it, but it would kind of explain them remembering Experiment X too. My question is, what was the trigger? Nomura can be sneaky with this by both adding new stuff from Key and having it make sense in the canon. Do you get what he's saying?
So, like, the reason they know it is because Sora died or whatever, or, like, went to the dream world or something?
Well, they're saying, suddenly everybody's saying, may your heart be your guiding key out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly everybody remembers this Experiment X where they never talked about it before. So what he's saying is maybe there was some sort of trigger for that, like Sora suddenly coming back to life. Like he's comparing it. So what would that trigger be? Also he adds, why is Namine's hair blonde? I know genetics may not apply to hearts being conjoined, but it is really out of place.
Wait, what?
Why is Namine blonde?
Why is Roxas blonde?
Roxas is like a dirty blonde, though.
No, he's blonde.
Roxas's hair is only a couple shades lighter than Sora's. It depends. Okay, it depends what we're talking about. Because in like 358, it's only a couple. He's been more blonde in later games.
He's definitely not as blonde as like Ventus, right? But like he's still. I would look at him and I would say that's blonde.
But you could say Roxas is blonde because Ventus, though. Why is Namine blonde?
Dude, girls bleach their hair all the time. Are you kidding me? I know, like, probably 10 different girls who have done it in the past, like, year.
Good answer. Solid answer. Anyway, like what he was saying before. I don't know what that trigger would be, but it would be a convenient way for Nomura to kind of make that all make sense suddenly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, people started remembering that people said this because of this. I don't know what that would be, though.
It'd have to be a memories thing.
Did Yen Sid lose his memories?
It would have to be a memories thing.
Did Yen Sid forget that he's a fucking baller and then he remembered and crash bombed into Kingdom Hearts 3?
Like, there'd have to be another, like, memories witch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there could be.
Because the idea is that, like, Namine...
Well, maybe Experiment X is a memories witch.
Maybe.
Just something to think about. I don't think there's an answer to that, but it's a good point, and it's a thing that definitely something that Nomura would do. You know?
I can see it.
I definitely can see it. Anyway, let's take a quick break, Jason. When we come back, we're going to have Jason's Union Cross 1 minute. We're going to have...
I'm going to play it live.
He's going to play it live in front of you. We're going to have the Ansem Report, and then we're going to get to the question of the week answers, which are really good. Really good. The question of the week going to be really good. Wait, have you played Union Cross at all?
No.
Okay, we are not going to have the Union Cross 1 minute. We are just going to have the Ansem Report and the question of the week when we come back. And Jason's taking a break from the Union Cross.
Yes.
It's okay. He'll be back.
I'll be back.
He'll be back. Wait, we had that whole trip and you didn't play Union Cross at all?
Well, no, because my connection was like dropping and going in and out.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we will be right back, folks. Thank you. We're back. Ansem Report, episode number 31. Like I said, my favorite number. Maybe not my favorite episode, but my favorite number. Like we said at the top before the break, there will be no Union Cross 5 minutes this week. Jason needs some time to recover. But when we come back next week, we will have a Union Cross 10 minutes.
Yeah, but little do they know, I'm going to get a freaking memories witch to wipe all of their memories of that I was playing it in the first place.
Let's talk about the question of the week, Jason.
Hit me with the question of the week.
So the question of the week,
for those who didn't know,
to remind everybody, the question of the week this week is a giveaway question. And the giveaway goes till September 1st. So all you have to do is comment on episode 30
Yes.
on YouTube answering the question, what's your favorite Kingdom Hearts memory? Okay. If you comment anywhere else, it will not count towards the contest. Now, if you don't care and you just want us to talk about it on air, that's fine. You can just put it in Discord, do whatever. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 comments for the question of the week.
That's some pretty good odds.
So right now, to remind you what you're winning, the 13-inch 3D printed Dream Rod from Blue Kingdom and a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4, sealed copy. Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4. So let's start with our first comment, Jason.
It's probably like U.S. locked.
This is from Night Dreamer. Longtime lurker and love the podcast. Admittedly, I'm newish to the games, but I think my favorite moment would be Kairi getting pimp slapped in the glass by Xehanort. Also, I got to say I loved Blue Kingdom reading the report. We got a lot of love about Blue Kingdom reading the report. We might have to bring Blue Kingdom back.
Blue Kingdom is probably better than us in every way.
Yes. Definitely better than us in every way. Bellringer Mall, who's also known as The Box.
I can't keep up with this.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of names there.
Why is there 2 Roxases?
There's two The Boxes, too. Said, my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is definitely tied to my first experience as a cosplayer. My grandma helped me sew the black coat, which still fits me like a glove to this day. And I clearly remember the both of us studying a bunch of crappy JPEG images I found online in order to get the pattern right. I was only 14 and went to a local convention as Lark Scene when KH2 was at the height of its popularity. And I was amazed by the amount of people that asked me to stop for a photo, especially considering that my wig was not very good. XD. KH literally plunged me into the world of conventions and cosplay that I still inhabit and enjoy. Some may say it was the beginning of a sad downward spiral into geek hell, but I think it was my very own Skullhead Kyolum. My stairway to the sky. Wholesome. Absolutely wholesome and beautiful. I love that. And this is what we were looking for. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We were looking for these kind of memories. Julian Garcia says, I've been supporting for quite some time and love what you do. Top 5 podcasts I listen to easily. We are honored. My best memory was actually quite recent. I had been watching Nintendo, Missmaster, and Crispy, and it got me in the mood to play Kingdom Hearts 2 for the first time, and I'm so happy I decided to do so because I did not just once, but twice, and in my second run, I did it 10 hours faster. Keep up the good work, and great read on the Ansem Report. Blue Kingdom gave me chills. Again, Blue Kingdom's getting a lot of love. Hallelujah says, oh man, hey guys, Holly here from the Discord. Just here to say that Kingdom Hearts was fittingly the brightest and darkest times on my middle school years. It was my first real video game that wasn't Mario. My older sisters and I would always race back home after school to continue our fight against the boss of a certain world. It was something that really brought us together and helped us understand each other. It brought me closer to my sisters, but ostracized from my peers. I was labeled the weird anime kid even though it was only a video game, and the real anime kids wouldn't let me sit with them. It was an odd balance, and when KH2, I'll be honest, it really reminded me that it's okay to feel like Roxas. It's okay to be like Riku, but to have Sora as a role model. That was the most inspiring part of my adolescence and shaped who I am. Be brave, but be kind. I certainly try to. Sorry it's not a funny answer. This whole franchise, as silly as it is, deeply entrenched part of me and my relationship with me and my family. So I commented on this and saying, hey, we love silly answers, but that's not necessarily what we were looking for here. Like, we love silly answers, bring the silly answers, but that doesn't mean there's not a place for heartfelt or wholesome, or we just wanted answers regardless, and that's a great answer.
Thank you.
Panda Boy. Hello, friends. I think the most memorable moment is when the KH Orchestra came to Hawaii, and one of my best friends and I got tickets and sat third row from the front of the stage right in the middle. It was amazing to see Yoko Shimomura in person, but I think the most emotional part was the beginning of the concert. They started with Hikairi and showed the opening video. Sitting there, I was just so happy and emotional that tears started dripping down my face. I watched and listened to the music of my childhood and felt very proud to be a fan of this game I love so much.
Wow.
I actually, when I went, I wasn't sitting third row, but when Addison and I went to KH Orchestra in Detroit, I had similar feelings in certain songs where I was like, I welled up. I was emotionally moved. P.S. Love the funny podcast. Been a fan since KH3 came out. And after that, I basically watched all your KH Let's Plays. Thank you for that. That's very nice.
Dude.
Happy to be part of Discord where people don't bash on other people, but instead just talk about what they love about Kingdom Hearts.
We bash on each other a lot.
But it's all in fun. Like no one's
I meant it all.
anybody. Oh my God, stop. TBH lately, the KH community has not been great, especially the Facebook group I follow. This Discord is so much better. By the way, am I the only one who picked Dream Rod the first time playing Kingdom Hearts?
I picked the shield, and I was like, wait, where's the fucking keyblade?
Yeah. Wait, am I going to use a shield the whole game?
That's what I thought. I was like, I fucked up. I got to do the sword.
Oh, thank you, Panda Boy, for those comments and the nice things. And I'm glad you're digging our community. We're digging our community. And you're right.
You guys are the best.
There is some toxicity out there, and we're trying to stay away from that and just keep our community wholesome and fun.
Yeah.
And, like, I will say I'm super glad there hasn't been a moment where some, like, assholes come in to our Discord and just start, like, talking shit or whatever.
Yeah, our community is, like, pretty mature.
Right. But I've expected that. I've been, like, waiting with, like, the ban hammer, you know what I mean? And it hasn't happened because you guys are all such cool people. So, shout-outs to you guys.
Yes.
Because we're just two random dudes that like Kingdom Hearts, you know.
Yeah.
So the fact that this community is forming with us, you know, it's great. We love it.
It's dope.
Skittles for Hannah. I have a lot of good Kingdom Hearts memories because it was the first game I fell in love with, but my favorite one is probably beating Chain of Memories for the first time. It took me forever to beat it. Mainly the hiatus I took because I was infuriated by the second Vexen fight, but the sense of accomplishment I got when I finally did it was worth the trauma, probably. Chain of Memories is pretty tough.
Yeah, the second Vexen fight is the one where we literally had to look up what to do.
Even in Rechain?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, remember? We hit the wall, and then you had to look up, and we found out about lethal frame.
Oh,
then we had to grind that off screen.
Mm. Yeah, I don't.
And then we just used lethal frame like 4 times, and he died.
Frame and he thank you, Skills for Hannah. Shay13. My favorite memory is when I saw a meme post on Instagram of Zigbar that spoiled the ending in the game, but I didn't know that it did. I showed it to my friend that knew what happened in the ending, so she can laugh at the joke with me, and she didn't say anything not to spoil me. I didn't click it together until I finished the game. She's a true friend. What a wholesome story right there.
Yo, if you still have that meme or know the meme and could put it in the Discord, that would be dope.
Yeah, Jason wants to see the meme.
I want to see the meme.
Jason wants to see
I want to know the full. I want to steal your moment.
Let me be a part of your moment.
I'm going to steal your memory.
Oh my God. Keflor says, "Hi there. First off, I am so very thankful for the funny content in this podcast. 100% honest, it's the only podcast I've been loyal to listening in on every week."
Wow,
that's man, you guys are gonna make me.
You have terrible taste.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let me point you in the direction of some other podcasts.
I've been with you since episode 7 on Spotify. Holy crap!
Damn,
episode 7.
That's tight.
I don't think I've been with us since episode 7. For me, my best memory of Kingdom Hearts was also my first one. I was just a kid drawing away in a corner when all of a sudden the commercial played on the TV. Simple and Clean was bumping through the speakers, and I was simply mind blown. I swear I would eagerly wait by the TV for the commercials just to see that one because I was writing down all the characters that were flashing before me. I couldn't wait to play it. I remember that a couple months after, I got a Treasure Planet CD-ROM from a cereal box or something, and it had the Kingdom Hearts trailer pre-installed on it. You know how some people have a go-to doodle? I was drawing little Soras everywhere. That's again,
a legit memory.
Wholesome. Dude. Great memories.
That memory was so good that it triggered one of my memories. I remember just being in my parents' room, and like sometimes I would just go in there and I couldn't sleep, right? And I would just stand there and be like, I can't sleep. And my parents would be like, go the fuck back to bed. What the fuck? Go to bed, right? Mm-hmm. And then I would just like stand there and watch TV with them for a minute. And they would like forget I was there or like just didn't care enough to tell me to go back to bed for a minute. And then like the KH2 like commercial would come on and I'm like, like I remember that was like the first time I saw the commercial. I was like, they're making another one? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Nice. Thank you. Thank you to Keflor for that. For you not only shared your memory, but you reinvigorated a memory in the heart of Jason, and that's amazing.
Are you a memory witch?
Keflor's possibly a memory witch. Next is Corinne, who says, 13 inches of Dream Rod. Yes. In all seriousness, so happy I stumbled upon you guys and looking forward to future content. Thank you. My favorite memory is back in 2010 when I got my 8-year-old, at the time brother, into KH. I replayed 1 and 2 with him, and he fell head over heels for the series, just like the rest of us. During my playthrough, I was unable to defeat Sephiroth in KH2. One day, my brother calls me into his room and high-key beats Sephiroth's ass. I was shooketh to the core. I called him lucky, and he reloads the save file and does it again. The moral of the story is, this is the day I realized I was a punk-ass bitch. The end.
Nice.
She also says, side note, thanks for always saying my name right. There are too many uncultured swines out there.
Wait. What do they say?
I don't know how. Corinne, that Corinne. That's pretty. I don't know
Chlorine.
Corine? Would people say corine or
Chlorine?
Well, what I said was, wow, I'm really bad at names and pronunciating names, so that makes me very happy that I've gotten her name.
We're cultured as shit.
I am uncultured swine.
Yeah, this one time I tried to get my little brother into KH. And he didn't even beat the first world and did not say the name of the world right.
Yeah, so our younger brother Zay, he's a couple years younger than Jason.
He's like 3 years
and he
younger.
actually just graduated from Army boot camp, and we're very proud of him. So shout out to Zay.
Yeah, he's dope.
That's the trip we just took. We went to visit him in South Carolina, which was a 13-hour drive and nonsense. But it was good to see him, and we're glad he's doing well. But he saw us getting real hyped for KH3 back in January. Like, we took time off work to play through it.
Yeah, like we were so fucking hyped that he was like, what is this hype about?
He goes, oh my God, I need to get this game. So he buys it. And then
$60 game.
$60 game. And then he kept going, yeah, I'm still on Thebes.
Like, I beat the game.
Yeah,
like,
we've beat it multiple times. We're speedrunning. He goes, yeah, I'm still on Thebes, bro. I'm still on Thebes. And he wouldn't play it, but it was just funny. We missed that guy. Shout out to Zay.
we to the point where we wanted him to play it, and we took the poster, the
GameStop pre-order poster.
The GameStop pre-order poster, and hung that shit up
in his room.
We're just like, you have to beat Thebes.
And he still didn't do it.
Nope.
Maybe he will now. I don't know.
Who knows?
Thank you, Corinne. Chloe Peterson says, hey guys, love the podcast. I've been listening since I beat KH3 back in February. I've been deep in the series ever since I played KH1 as a kid, and my love/obsession has never dimmed all those years. I only had a PS2 growing up, so I never played any of the handheld games when they came out. Me too. So one of my favorite memories would be watching all the cutscenes of BBS, 358/2, Chain of Memories, and DDD on YouTube for countless hours
At
every
like
chance that I could.
3 in the morning?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've played all the games, and I still do that.
Right.
Now I'm very thankful for the collection games since I've been able to experience every title myself. Anyways, keep up the great work. You guys are hilarious, and I love listening to your banner every week. Man, everybody's so nice.
Dude, yeah. What the hell?
Oh, I say, hey, we're doing a giveaway, and suddenly everybody's nice to us. I don't know what's going on there.
Connection?
Interesting. No, you guys are all great. Like, you guys make...
It's like when you win the lottery and you have like all these new brothers.
Not at all like that. I was just gonna say,
I've never met you before, cousin. How are we related?
All these nice people saying these nice things just makes my heart swell, is what I was gonna say. But Jason made it a joke.
I can't deal with the affection.
Yeah, he doesn't do well with affection. He just like threw his phone across the room. His second phone. He has 2 phones. Don't ask why. Anyway, I just want to remind you guys, if you have not entered the contest yet, you can go back to the last episode on YouTube, episode 30. It's called Our First Giveaway.
We are the Super Spaghetti Bros.
Super Spaghetti Bros on YouTube. And leave a comment of your favorite Kingdom Hearts memory, and you will still be entered in the contest, and we'll still read your comment next week on the podcast.
What?
That being said, there will not be a question of the week this week because of that.
Oh.
I want people to answer the question we put out there. If you've already answered it, great. We love you. You can answer it again. I mean, you won't get entered in the contest again, but you can throw more memories at us. Before we move on, though, Jason, do you want to share a Kingdom Hearts memory?
I would say...
Or your favorite Kingdom Hearts memory, I'm sorry.
My favorite Kingdom Hearts memory was when I remember I got back into, like, watching all the cutscenes and everything randomly, and it was before we were able to play it on the PlayStation 4, And I think it was like they had just announced the 1.5 on PS3. And I was like, shit, I need to play this again. So I go to, I remember I went to play KH1 and our disc was so scuffed that I was like, oh, crap, I probably can't play this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll play KH2. And I like watched all the, I watched all the cutscenes for like all the other games too. And I was like, you know what? I'm playing this bitch on proud mode.
Wow.
And I was like 14 or 15 or some shit.
Nice.
Beat that shit on proud mode. I was like, damn, I'm a god. And then I find out on like the final mix there's critical mode, and I'm like, damn, I'm a bitch.
My favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is starting a Kingdom Hearts podcast with my brother and my friend Addison. And then
that's a memory.
That's a memory. As far as game wise, I think I've told this story before, but I used to have, my friends come over. Like we were maybe seniors in high school, or we had just graduated, but I'd have my friends come over and we'd just like stay up all night playing video games. And I had seen the commercial for Kingdom Hearts. I was probably still in high school because this was right after Kingdom Hearts came out. I'd seen the commercials for it, the Simple and Clean like commercial, and be like, "Oh my god, what is this game? It looks awesome,"
Yeah.
But like at the time, you don't. I don't think I was working yet. I don't think I was that old where you had a job where you can't just go up to your parents and go buy me a video game.
Yeah.
And expect that to work. So my friend B Reed, B short for Brandon, Chocolate Thunder, shout out to B, brought it over when I had a bunch of friends over, and we just watched him play it for the longest time. And he was like doing gummy ship missions. Like, this looks so fucking cool. And Tarzan, I remember like he was in Deep Jungle. And I'd be like, I fucking love Tarzan, because as a family, we really liked that movie.
Oh yeah.
Especially Phil Collins' soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a huge Phil Collins fan in general, but his Tarzan work, chef's kiss. You know what I'm saying? But I remember at one point B was sitting in this chair that had a really big. It was a. It's hard to explain, but it was a fuzzy chair, brown, and it had like a back that went all the way up to your shoulders, basically, and it went all the way around, almost in like.
It was like a teacup almost, right?
Almost, yeah, but it didn't look like a teacup. It just shape-wise.
Yeah.
And then it had an opening in the front where you sit, but it would spin around in place, too.
Okay, yeah.
But he was sitting in that chair, and we were just sitting around, and we all kept falling asleep. Like just everybody would just pass
It was
out.
that late.
And there was probably like 5 or 6 of us. Yeah, I think sunlight was coming out.
Yeah.
But none of us like went to bed. We were just like, whatever. And we were talking about... Before that, we were talking about this Tim Allen comedy sketch.
Okay, nice.
Where he was talked about morning boners, right? And how you'd wake up with just the heart on. And I just kept going, morning boner, like that. And I remember everybody else had gone to bed except it was me and Addison and B. And B was sitting in that chair, and me and Addison were sitting by him. And we'd all fall asleep, and then I'd be the first to kind of like wake up. And like B would literally have the controller's hand, and the gummy ship was just going forward, and he was out. He was asleep at the wheel. His head was like resting back on the
His
giant
head's like pointing up to the ceiling.
Right. His face is pointing up to the ceiling, and he's snoring, and I would just go, morning boner. And then Addison would laugh, and then B would wake up, and his head would shoot up, and he'd go, and then we'd play for 5 minutes, and then fall back asleep. And that happened like 4 or 5 times. And that was just like something we talked about forever, in my friend group, just like morning boner. And now, while it's like not heavy on the Kingdom Hearts, that's what I think when I think about Kingdom Hearts 1, that's what I think about, because that was my first exposure to it. And then I obviously got it shortly after that and played the crap out of it.
Yeah.
But that was my first introduction to it, was the morning boner saga. That's what I like to call it, the morning boner saga.
Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna do it for our question of the week this week. Like I said, this question of the week is extended, and if you need to enter the contest, if you want to enter the contest, throw your comment up on that YouTube video.
Throw it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
No, don't throw up. Don't throw up. That's not good. Also, before we move on to the Ansem Report, thank you everybody for all the really nice comments on our Day with Ansem video, our weird little photo shoot video. People have been really cool and like said, someone said,
"Wow, Jace, you look fucking jacked."
No one said that actually. A love story way better than Twilight.
Ooh, nice.
I think the box said that. Horror Nation said this is absolutely perfect. So there were some really good comments on there, and that surprisingly has almost as many views as our damn podcast does that week. So, and the podcast did really well too. So it's just that video, for whatever reason, people have liked it.
Nice.
So thank you for that. We're going to do the Ansem Report. Anyway, the Ansem Report 5. If you guys want Blue Kingdom to read more Ansem reports, let us know. I'm definitely down with having Blue Kingdom read more.
We could force him to do it.
We could hold him hostage. No, just kidding. We made Blue Kingdom fly to America and read it in the studio and then fly immediately back. So it was a big deal. Just kidding.
It wasn't a good flight. It was like in a box and cargo.
Oh yeah, like Garfield would send
Odie
to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that's how we got Blue Kingdom here from England. Blue Kingdom got in a box, stabbed holes in the top of it, shipped himself, and then we shipped him
Strangely shipped to us by none other than the box.
back. No, that doesn't make sense.
The box is in on it.
Doesn't make sense.
To study the heartless behavior, I picked one out for observation. It wiggled its antenna, and as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. The deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night, I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened?
So that's Ansem Report 5. You obtain it by defeating Maleficent.
Ooh.
Which something I realized is you get all these out of order, and I didn't realize that. Like, I knew that,
but
I didn't remember that, I guess. But this one's interesting, because this talks about how the barrier to his world was open.
Yeah.
That's what the meteor shower was.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It was just a bunch of Soras falling from the sky into the water in the beginning cutscene.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. So yeah, the barrier to his world was open, which barriers are kind of a thing they kind of abandon after Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, they kind of do a hand-wavy, like, because they're kind of like, well, what about the barriers? And they're like, oh, well, you have special magic, so you can, they hand-wave it away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't remember.
It's like, you can't. Except for these worlds that we've put into the game.
And I'm sure Mel from the Secret Reports will correct me on this, because Mel is a lore hound.
Much smarter than us.
And much smarter than us. But I'm pretty sure there's just some hand-wavy explanation for why barriers don't matter anymore and they can travel between worlds again.
Yeah.
And what's important about this, too, is it talks about how the Heartless makes its way into the castle and finds the heart of the world.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Heartless are originally there to do, to take out the world, the heart of the world.
Yeah.
Again, that's something that's...
real creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy, but it's something that's kind of changed over time.
Yeah.
That's not what Heartless do anymore.
That's true.
Or if they do, it's not... We don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
Like, we don't give a shit that, like, Olympus might get its heart taken for the third time. You know? Like,
yeah.
we don't care, apparently, anymore. But, yeah, that's really the only interesting part of this, is they talk about the key to the large keyhole and the...
That... It's weird, because it's like... Normally... The idea of completing a world is that, like, you save it, right?
Right.
But that doesn't really become a thing anymore.
No.
Like, it's just like... I guess to a certain extent in... Well, no, because, yeah, that's in KH1, that's the only one that has that. Because then in 2, it just opens a gateway to another world.
Right. Again, it's all very hand-wavy.
Right.
It's all, hey, I wasn't planning to make a sequel of this game.
Yeah.
You know, which there's definitely a lot of that between 1 and 2, and then that calms down after 2 because I think he realized that he could do more with it. that he
Yeah.
was going to be able to make more games and make, But anyway, that's the Ansem Report. Finally, before we end, Wildcat Diana's comment. We're finally back to it.
We're back.
Fun thing about Dreams in Kingdom Hearts, an Unchained Cross, the first mobile game, it was explained by Master Ava that if you get to the called Unchained state or plane, dreams are the only canon way that characters have to communicate across world lines. So pay attention to the Secret Report series. It might be important for the next saga. Also, I am now in KH1 and came across a piece of lore that I would love to hear your opinion on. Triton knows the legend of the Keyblade Bearer that we can read. King Triton of Atlantica knows the legend of the Keyblade Bearer that we can read in KH2's secret ending. Do you think we will ever get an explanation for this? Or because of the hate Atlantica gets, we might never know? Thank you for your podcast. Thank you, Wildcat Diana. So, King Triton. He's an interesting individual, isn't he?
He's a cock block.
1, he's a cock block. 2, he's ripped to shreds.
And has like 10 daughters, all that their names start with the letter A.
They all start with the letter A?
Yeah.
What are their names?
I don't fucking know.
I have to know. I have to know.
I know one's like Aquata.
King Triton's daughters.
Maybe it's like 8 daughters. It's like 8, 10, or 12 or some shit like that.
Don't worry, I'm on the Disney Wiki. Atina, Alana, Adela, Aquata, Arista, Andrina, and Ariel.
7.
7 daughters.
And then he has 13 unlegitimate.
He has 7 daughters.
Illegitimate daughters.
Oh my god, dude. There's a lot of info on these daughters.
Oh, nice.
Atina is the firstborn daughter of King Triton and Queen Athena. Her age causes her to feel a certain sense of responsibility for her sisters. She's described by her sisters in that film as being bossy, but ironically, she herself is often bossed around when her siblings outvote her. In the books, she is a bookworm and has a pet catfish named Finfin. So that's the blurb, and then here are facts about Atina. Are you ready?
Oh my god.
She is 21 years old in the prequel. Her favorite hobby is researching the history of the sea. Her pet peeve is mer people that litter in the coral reef. Her biggest fear is letting her father down. Her favorite food is seaweed casserole. Her favorite color is orange. Her favorite genre of music is classical. Her favorite instrument is the harp. In the book series, she's a bookworm and a writer and owns a catfish named Finfin. In the Disney Princess magazine, she becomes married to a prince from a faraway kingdom.
I'm sorry, you said in the prequel? There's a prequel to The Little Mermaid? I know there's a second one and it sucked, but like...
There's Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, and The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning.
Wow.
Would you like to learn about Alana? No, I'm just kidding. So King Triton is an interesting guy.
He's got 7 daughters. They all start with the letter A.
Yes, thank you. He's also ripped to shreds. He also is the only character in Kingdom Hearts 1 at least that lets on that he knows more about this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Even Captain Hook, who's seen a Keyblade wielder before canon-wise, doesn't say anything about Keyblade wielders.
That's true.
Right?
That is true.
Captain Hook dealt with Terra and Ventus.
Right.
And Aqua? I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember what Aqua does in
Aqua
Neverland.
only fights Vanitas.
That's right. She fights Vanitas by the tents.
Yeah.
So, Oogie Boogie don't say shit about it.
He's also coked out of his mind though.
That's true. Also, you think the genie would know something about it? He don't know shit.
He doesn't know shit.
Here he doesn't say it. Doesn't say shit.
Wow.
Clayton doesn't know anything. Clayton just wants to hunt the gorillas.
I don't know if Clayton can read.
Gorillas. The fucking rabbit from Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
You know, all these characters.
The Cheshire Cat is the only other one who kind of.
What does he say?
Not actual lore wise, but you gotta figure out where to go.
Right. But I mean, King Triton's the only one that's
also coked out of his mind.
King Triton is also coked out of his mind. Don't get that wrong. But King Triton's the only one that's hey,
You can see some of the debris left.
I
in
know
his
you're
mustache.
a Keyblade wielder. Get the fuck out of my kingdom,
Yeah.
right? He's the only one that's like,
Wait. Why would he want that? We're there to save it.
no, he knows that it only brings destruction.
Maybe a bad Keyblade wielder had shown up, and so then there's a legend of a bad one.
But he knows the legend of the Keyblade wielder.
Wait, what's the legend of the
I don't
Keyblade
know.
wielder?
That's what Wildcat Diana said. I'm just taking her word for it. My point is, there's something else there that we're never going to learn.
Oh yeah, it's buried now.
It's buried because they had Finny fun in the second Kingdom Hearts.
Come this way, we'll dance and we'll play. It's something. Have a lot of fun for everyone.
We did great. 10 out of 10. So it's very interesting, King Triton. I just think that's interesting that he's like the only like Disney character. I mean, you tell me Phil doesn't know anything about Keyblade? He doesn't even know what a Keyblade is.
Wait, yeah. Phil, what the hell? You saw 3 other Keyblade wielders and he
Right.
didn't say shit.
And then he's like, oh, you're just a puny pipsqueak. You're not a hero.
He's thinking about Terra and
Yeah.
Zack. He's not a Keyblade wielder though.
Zach's not a Keyblade wielder. But Zach is a fucking legend because he hits
does
on
the-
Aqua.
He does the dance.
He does the squat dance.
The squat
and he's a
dance.
fucking legend because he hits on Aqua.
Dude, yeah. He actually
Like-
is a legend.
He's a legend, dude. Zach's a legend. And apparently he got nerfed by Sephiroth or killed by Sephiroth off screen in the Kingdom Hearts lore,
It's bullshit.
which is bullshit because Zach's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting stuff about King Triton. I don't think we have an answer to it, but it is fun to think about why King Triton knows so much about Keyblade wielders, or if all these other people know about it and just choose not to mention it, why he chooses to mention it or not want Keyblade wielders around. It could just be that he's overprotective of his daughters, his 7 daughters that all start with the letter A.
And are also all fine as fuck.
I mean, I was looking at this wiki. And Atina's the redhead.
Funnily enough, there's all links to Rule 34 on each
Alana
one.
is dark-haired, looking good.
Looking like Belle.
Adela has that nice swoop hair going.
Okay.
I like that. Aquata looks like Adela. To me, they look very similar. Arista is where it's at, though. She's got the nice high pony going.
Bleach
And then
blonde hair.
Adrena's all right.
Okay.
I like Adrena.
It's like,
And then Ariel is the redhead, the saucy redhead, so you know what you're getting with that.
Mike, you know that all of these girls are underage. What the hell are you talking about?
No, they're not. It said
kidding.
Adrena was 21 in the prequel. That means she's even older than that.
That's true. But also, she's the oldest.
I take back my
Redact
statements.
everything.
Redacted, and Adrena is the only attractive one. Just kidding. Anyway, this has gotten weird. So usually when it gets weird, it's time for us to end the episode. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you want to enter the sweepstakes, go on YouTube, comment on it, saying what your favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is on episode 30. Not this episode, episode 30. If you do it on this episode, I send it back. Episode 30. Okay?
But not actually. We're not going to send it
No,
back.
we're not
to
actually gonna
30
send it back to you,
For
no.
you. No.
You just won't be entered in the contest to win a 13-inch Dream Rod and Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4 sealed copy. Thank you guys for watching. Jason, hit him with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you.